Hey everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA here with another update for all candidates, Level 1, Level 2, and Level 3, now that we're done with the February 2024 exams. This question that comes up all the time, especially among retakers, is when they say, Nathan, I don't really understand why I failed, and I ask them about what kind of notes did they take, and the answers I get are shocking, are just totally shocking. If you're a retaker for Level 1, Level 2, or Level 3, and you've been taking notes as you go along, listen to this recording, but before you continue listening, and if you'd like to, please press the subscribe button now and the notifications button so that you can continue to receive these updates on the CFA program as I go along. Okay? All right. Well, here we go, guys. Note taking. How important is it? Well, note-taking is important, but I look at notes just like a photograph, okay? Everybody can take a photograph, but not everybody can take a good photograph. That's why we have photographers, okay? Now, even a lot of the photos you see from people's iPhones, you're like, damn, I can't believe they put this stuff up on Facebook. Whew. Anyway, same thing with notes. Anybody can take notes. The question is, are you taking good notes? And you have to distinguish between good notes and just notes. Now, what am I talking about? One of the things I always hear candidates talk about is when they're creating notes is that they got a cheat sheet of, formulas or definitions or things like that. And I'm like, that's your notes? Just formulas? That's not a good strategy. That's not good note-taking. That, especially at Level 3 and Level 2, and even at Level 1. Well, what's the issue with just formulas, notes that are formulas or definitions? The Level 1, 2, and 3 exam is evolving, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a formula-driven exam. Will you have calculations? Yes, you will. Is every question going to be a calculation? No. Is it going to be 50% calculations? No. Well, the CFA Institute is pretty clear about this. They say that up to 30% of the questions on any exam, Level 1, Level 2, or Level 3, can involve some kind of calculation or computation. Fine. So if all of your notes, or the majority of your notes, are dedicated to formulas or even definitions, you're doing an amazing job at preparing for 30%, up to 30% of your exam. Probably the calculations are more like around 20, 22, maybe 25% at the most. I don't think it even gets up to 30%. But in any case, all you're doing is creating notes and studying for 20 to 25% of your exam, and you're leaving the other 75 or 80% up in the wind. I don't think that's a really good strategy. And yes, you'll see all over LinkedIn or YouTube or whatever, people say, here's my cheat sheet of, free, you could download this, my free formulas. You don't need that. Let me tell you something. By the time you do practice questions, sample questions, end of chapter questions, Q-bank questions, blue box questions, or whatever, gray box questions, and then you do some mock exams, you should be familiar with any formula that they ask you on the real CFA exam. And to be honest with you, you may disagree with me, especially if you've taken this exam before. Usually the formulas or calculations are not that complex on the exam. Okay, and if you did get caught off guard, then it maybe was difficult, but you shouldn't be because you've practiced enough. You want to create good notes, but what are good notes? Good notes are a little bit different. And I spend a lot of time when I create my CFA study plan and structure to, work with you on developing the right kind of notes that you have to pass Level 1, 2, and 3. And it's eye-opening for most candidates. So you're saying, oh, Nathan, you're just pushing your program again. Well, I am a prep provider, and yes, I'm selling a service, okay? And yes, I am selling a product. But what I'm also trying to do is make sure you understand that good notes are very important to passing your Level 1, 2, and 3 exams. And when you start reviewing your notes is also important, and which notes you should create first, and which notes you should create second, and which notes you should create third, and so on. When you should be reviewing them, and how often you should be reviewing, how much time you should be dedicating to them. This is a lot of times the difference between not only passing and failing an exam, but also studying for an exam and ending up deferring your exam. And deferring your exam, if you don't know the cost, let me tell you, it's $300 $400, $400. It's $399 to defer your exam to the next exam cycle or another exam cycle. So why give free money where you don't have to? Take the $400 and do something else with it. Or work with me and let's get this done, folks. I mean, you don't need to spend multiple sessions at any level. Just study for it correctly, and that's what I'm going to help you do. And you're going to have the best notes you can to practice and prepare for the exam. And no, you don't have to buy notes from some prep service or third party and then just fill in the blanks, okay? All right, if you have any other questions, I'm at chalkandboard.org. That's CHALK and AND, board, BOARD. That's chalk and board, like you write on a board, .org. If you have any questions, reach out to me. You can email me, you can text me, you can WhatsApp me, whatever. My number's there, my email address is out there because I put myself out there because I want to make sure that I'm available to candidates, because in this world today, a lot of people just don't want to communicate and they just want you to buy and move on. Have a good day and hope to see you in one of my programs soon.